Welcome to the Buzzin Duzzin, where we count down a dozen that are worth buzzing about. The 4th of July is not always easy for movies and television. Network shows used to be on summer break, and plenty of films treat the holiday as little more than a flag, a parade, or fireworks cue. But sometimes the 4th becomes the whole point. A beach town refusing to close, a kid playing baseball under fireworks, a finale using a parade as memory machine, or John McClane trying to keep America upright over Independence Day weekend. So here it is, 12 films and TV episodes where fireworks, beach towns, family chaos, patriotic spectacle, and summer fear do the storytelling. Let the fireworks begin. Number 12, Live Free or Die Hard. It may not be the most traditional 4th of July movie, but the title alone gets it halfway there. Bruce Willis brings John McClane back for a holiday weekend cyber attack, because apparently even national infrastructure cannot enjoy a day off. This is the loud, ridiculous post-9/11 action movie version of a 4th of July story. The country is under attack, the systems are failing, and one very tired New York cop has to save the day with a bad attitude and an alarming willingness to weaponize traffic. And look at future Deadwood justified good guy Timothy Olyphant playing the babyface bad guy. Number 11, Saved by the Bell, 4th of July. Not prestige TV, but come on, it's Bayside at the beach. Zach Morris, Kelly, Slater, Lisa, and Screech bring full summer sitcom energy to Malibu Sands, where a 4th of July pageant somehow becomes a moral test for Zach Morris that is practically Shakespeare.
Sign up for the Miss Liberty pageant and you could win a date with me.
No way.
Yeah, just put your home phone numbers down.
The Malibu Sands episodes always felt like a little summer vacation inside the series. And this one knows exactly what it is. Bright, silly, low stakes, and built for people who understand that the beach club nonsense is part of the holiday. Number 10, The Sandlot. I can't believe I did not see this until a couple years ago. Somehow I had a Scotty Smalls shirt before I'd seen the movie. As the king of movie references, I would get peppered with Sandlot lines and have no idea what anyone was talking about. But I do now. The 4th of July night game is pure childhood magic.
But for Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez, baseball was life.
Baseball, fireworks, friendship, and nostalgia, doing a full lap around the bases. It is one of the scenes that understands summer less as a season than a feeling. The sky lights up, the kids keep playing, and the whole movie briefly becomes a memory you wish you had. Number 9, Born on the 4th of July. If you are too amped for the holiday, this one can bring you down fast. Tom Cruise plays Ron Kovic, born on Independence Day, whose life becomes a painful struggle with war, identity, patriotism, and protest. It belongs here, but for fair warning, this is not bottle rocket fun. The movie begins with the pageantry of patriotic childhood and ends somewhere much more complicated, following a man whose relationship with his country has to be broken before it can become honest. This is a heavy one.
There's no God. God is as dead as my legs. There's no God. There's no country.
We lighten it back up. Number 8, Independence Day. I saw this in the theater. I remember Aliens, the White House, and Bill Pullman as our president.
Nuke 'em. Let's nuke the bastards.
I remember little else, but the island has spoken. This was a no-brainer. The holiday is baked into the whole movie, right down to the title. The speech and the idea that America's birthday is a perfectly reasonable day to punch aliens in the face. It's big, dumb, earnest, and somehow still irresistible when that runaway speech kicks in. Number 7, Yankee Doodle Dandy. This is the only title that's in black and white and isn't available streaming. You gotta catch it on Turner Classic Movies. Yankee Doodle Dandy is about as 4th of July of a movie as one can get. James Cagney plays George M. Cohen with enough energy to power a parade float. And the movie turns show business, patriotism, and old school spectacle into one giant marching band. The film's connection to the holiday is not subtle, and that is part of the charm. Cohen's mythic July 4th birth becomes the foundation for the entire performance. Song, dance, flag waving, and enough theatrical confidence to make cynicism take the afternoon off. Number 6, Stranger Things, The Bite. This episode lives in that neon 1985 summer zone with Hawkins preparing for Mayor Klein's massive 4th of July fair. Personally, I remember the new Coke debate. What is more American than that?
Sweeter, bolder, better. You're insane.
Well, maybe a monster attack at a small town carnival. Stranger Things understands the power of the holiday backdrop, lights, crowd, rides, patriotic performance, and danger hiding in plain sight. Number 5, The Simpsons. Summer of 4'2". The Simpsons head to the Flanders Beach House and are reminded quickly that there are rules to staying there.
I left a few helpful notes around our house. Oh, God.
Put food in me.
I'll take that.
What makes this episode land is that Lisa's need to be liked feels very real. It is a 4th of July vacation episode, but underneath the fireworks is a story about identity, reinvention, and the terror of being yourself when you would rather be a cooler. Number 4, Mad Men. Mad Men is one of my 2 all-time favorite series, and the episode is unforgettable. The 4th of July connection sits mostly around the holiday weekend and the British parent company invading Sterling Cooper before everyone can escape. Then alcohol, corporate panic, and a riding lawnmower create a shocking red, white, and blue, with a heavy emphasis on red. It's not a warm holiday hangout. It is an office party nightmare, a corporate takeover comedy, and one of the most shocking, slapstick, grotesque moments in television.
Oh, for the love of Christ!
Oh my God.
Number 3, Frasier, Crocktails. Personally, I find Frasier to be the funniest title on the list, and it is not even close. By this point, Kelsey Grammer had been playing Frasier Crane for more than 20 years across Cheers and Frasier, and the writers could still turn a holiday flashback into a precision-built force. And Crocktails, a broken pot sends us through the years, including a brutal 4th of July where Frasier, dressed as Uncle Sam, gets trapped on the balcony with the gang.
I want you to wear those headphones.
Niles is sunburned, whereas Frasier says he looks like he just stepped out of bisque. That is the kind of line that earns a top 3 spot all by itself.
What?
Locked out. Ross, how long does the baseball match last?
Number 2, The Wonder Years, Independence Day. Fair warning, this one barely counts as a 4th of July episode. The holiday is mostly a frame, a parade at the beginning, a return to the parade near the end, and some firecrackers in between. But because it's the series finale of The Wonder Years, and because Daniel Stern's final narration tells us what becomes of Kevin, Winnie, Jack, Norma, Wayne, and the rest, the 4th becomes less about celebration and more about memory. It does not let the holiday breathe exactly, it lets the past take over. That is why it stays high. The episode is not strong because it packed with holiday atmosphere. It is strong because it uses the 4th as a final porch light. One last glow before childhood disappears down the block. Number 1, Jaws. The 1975 classic turned summer blockbuster into a sporting event. Its lines were legendary and its box office mojo was so strong that today it is literally a website. I was too young to see Jaws in the theater, but even as a VHS rental or an HBO viewing, it got me. Several summers later, on a family trip to Florida, it took mind games and courage just to get my toes in the Gulf. That is the power of Jaws. It scares you while you watch it, but it waits for you at the shoreline years later, even more so. The famously stubborn mechanical shark kept breaking down during production, forcing Steven Spielberg to show less of it as planned. What began as a headache became the movie's secret weapon. Instead of staring at a rubber monster, we watched the water, the barrels, the dock, the faces of terrified swimmers, and those ashore, and our imagination filling in the black space below. The less we see, the more we fear. So yes, this is a 4th of July movie. It is 4th of July weekend in Amity. And when it's not at the beach, it brings all the color of the holiday to this fictional New England beach town where the mayor wants the beach open. The tourists keep coming, and something unseen is waiting just below the surface. You smell that? That is fear. But if the wind changes direction, you smell that? That is summer. Happy 4th from Factor Island, and just press play. Be safe, enjoy the fireworks, keep the movies rolling, and keep the TV shows streaming. I'm Scott Pearson Eberly.